Hi, welcome to expanding your identity and becoming the person who has it. So, in this video, we're going to work on identity work, who you have to be before the money arrives. And we're going to cover a concept about an energetic container, what it is, why it matters, and we'll talk a little bit on how people unconsciously cap their own receiving. And then we'll do a little exercise at the end to expand our container and pull in more money. So let's get started with today. So what I uncovered lately was kind of mind blowing, and I thought to myself, I've done this before. Has this ever happened to you? You learn something and you practice it and then you forget it and it comes back around, but you have to learn it at a higher level. Well, that's what happened to me. And I'm like, money is not the problem. And how I learned this was I wanted to drop a few pounds. And guess what? Instead of dropping a few pounds, I gained weight. And I had a little chat with my angels and guides, and I'm like, what's going on here? Why does this keep happening to me? What is off in my thinking? Bring it forward so I know what it is. And I don't know if I was meditating or I just got out of the shower because I get some good hits coming out of the shower. And I heard three words: cause and effect. And I go, oh my God, I totally forgot about this. I did 4 years of training and I forgot it. I'm like, ah. Anyhow, the weight is not the problem. The money is not the problem. It's the effect, it's the symptom. And the cause is the style of thinking, the feeling, the way you're being, and your identity. So most people in this community have done a lot of work. They've cleared the blocks, they did the affirmations, they meditate, they can call in abundance and manifest, and then the money comes in. But does it stay? Sometimes it comes in and it's not coming in the way we want it, or it comes in and then something unexpected happens, like a bill or a slow month, or I don't know, something where we go, oh, it's just bad luck or Mercury retrograde. I have some friends that love to blame it on that. Anyhow, really, what it is your energetic container is doing exactly what it's built to do, which means it can only hold so much. It's kind of like you go to the ocean with a teaspoon or a bucket. It can only hold that much water. A teaspoon is like that much water, and a bucket is only like yay big, right? The container can only hold so much. So your energetic container is doing what feels safe to you. But then we have this observer effect. And the act of observing a little particle changes its behavior. So, what you focus on is what you're holding in your field, which affects your reality. And so, the container is the total sum of like your nervous system. And it's every belief that you inherited about money or even yourself. And it's the upper limit, that invisible seeing that your subconscious mind has said, okay, that's it. This is the line. This is safety. Anything past that, it's not safe. And that upper limit is the problem, because if it gets too good, too abundant, too expansive, guess what? You go back down to what's familiar. But we forget that container, it isn't fixed. It's in the field, and the field can be expanded. The same thing with our container, our energetic energy. We can expand it. So, what we're going to do this whole month coming up is run through um, things to expand your identity. And your identity is the structure of your reality. It's not the affirmations or your vision board. Um, but it's like everything that you're building, who you believe yourself to be at the deepest level, that's what we're going to be working on. Now, the good news is your brain doesn't know the difference between imaginary experiences and real ones, which means there's a part of your brain that's already living a version of your financial reality right now. But the question is, which are you choosing? Is your brain wired to say, "Oh, I'm somebody that struggles with money"? Well, if that's true, then your brain is going to filter out anything that is relevant to you, opportunities or new adventures. It's going to say, "Oh, you don't see that." And it will erase it and it will show you the evidence of, "Oh, see that poor homeless man. Oh, see that poor person over there." And it's just going to amplify all the struggle. But if you want to shift your identity, your brain starts scanning for a different set of data and it reorganizes itself and it starts saying, "Okay, let's work on that. It's a new signal. Let's bring that in. Let's bring in opportunities." And this is where it gets really interesting because, like Goddard, Neville Goddard, he teaches assume the assumption of the wish fulfilled. So it's not about visualizing or wanting it, assuming it. He's talking about embodying it. So that's about become the person who already has it. And he's talking about consciousness because Nevid taught that consciousness is the only reality, and the external world that we see is a projection of our inner thoughts and feelings. It's a screen. So if you don't like what you're seeing out there on the screen, you wouldn't attack the screen, would you? No, you change the projector, you change the film because you are the cause. The identity is the film in the real, and your identity is the effect, and your cause is the thinking and feelings behind it. So take a moment and let's get into this a little bit deeper. So, what does the version of you who holds a bigger container, what does it actually look like? So, if you were this person that was living this lifestyle that you're dreaming about, what would you be thinking and saying and talking to yourself? Because um, people have a hard time expanding to the version of themselves. They think, "Oh, I have to be louder, or I have to be more confident, or more aggressive and work harder so I can get that money." But that's really not true because the version of you that holds a bigger container is actually peaceful and calm inside. They're not chasing and striving and hustling. They're just peaceful, centered, trust. They know whatever they want is coming to them. They're in the receiving mode. It's not like they get out their checkbook and go, "Oh my gosh, what's in my bank account? I gotta." No, they're like, "Oh, I get to pay my bills. Aren't I lucky?" And they pay their bills and they're with peace and calmness. And if they go shopping, they're not shocked prices are going up, or they don't over explain that their rates have gone up. They don't apologize for what they want because they've set a higher uh, vibration. My brain went totally blank. They set a higher vibration. So their energetic vibration is at a higher state. It's one of enough, trust, flow. Even if they can't see it, they have trust and faith, it's flowing in. So you don't raise your set point by feeling better about money when money is present. A lot of people think you have to have the money to feel better. But they have it backwards. You want to practice feeling confident and raising your set point right now before a large sums of money comes in because you want to be able to hang on to that money. And this is where the real work kind of falls in because you're practicing. And it's not about the money in the bank account, it's about the frequency you're carrying. So, a good example of this is I used to have high anxiety and panic because I was doing 7 jobs and I'm checking my bank account a lot to see if I have enough money to pay the rent, right? And one day I'm like, I'm just going to have trust. I'm not going to keep checking it every day. I'm not going to track my money every day. I'm just going to let it come in, fill up, and have trust and faith that whatever I need is going to be there. And then I started practicing. If I went to the grocery store, I practiced being grateful I had the money to buy something instead of stress that I wouldn't have enough. Because I had uh, a lot of times I had to put things back, right? Like I had too many things and okay, anyhow, went off track. Okay, so let's go back on track. So abundance is a frequency. So the whole idea is we want to shift the frequency and we do it with everyday little things. For instance, we go out for coffee, you go, oh, I'm so grateful I have the money to buy this cup of coffee. And it's the little things that make the shift, not these big, extraordinary things. So the point is, you really want to be in a state where you're open to receiving, you feel safe to receive. Your nervous system, when it's dysregulated, it goes into the old survival patterns, like I was talking about at the grocery store, the scarcity program, that low grade of stress and anxiety. Well, what happens is you just close off all your good because when your brain is in fight or flight, it's not logical, it's not open. You can't receive when you're in a state of stress. Receiving is about being open, it's about safety, connection, and letting the body know it's safe to let this in. So, a good example is when was the last time somebody complimented you? Did you say, oh, this old thing? Or did you say, oh, thank you. I really appreciate that, even if it was an old thing. So, one of them, you're deflecting your nervous system and you're letting it stay in that fight and flight. And the other one is, oh, you're calm. You're open to receiving. And this is really important when you want to upscale your income. Say you're making $10,000 a month and you want to make 20 now or whatever number. Your nervous system, if you jump too high, it contracts. It it goes into panic mode like, oh my God, I can't have that much. And you get dysregulated. So the idea is to teach your body it's safe to have more money. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do a little exercise to embody this. So we're going to close our eyes for a second. If you're driving, don't close your eyes, but you can do this with your eyes open. It's your choice. So let's take a moment and just kind of settle in and take a deep breath. And what we're going to do is take 3 deep breaths in through our nose and out through our mouth. And we're going to exhale a little bit longer to let our nervous system know it's safe. So let's go. Let's do this. So we're going to breathe in slow. We're going to exhale through the nose, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Forgot what I was doing. I got so excited. Okay, I have to calm down. So let's do it again. So breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth, and let's just calm our whole nervous system down. There we go. And again, breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth, and just allow yourself to relax and be peaceful and calm. And one more time, breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth, and just let all the stress go and feel yourself naturally and effortlessly centering and balancing, calm and centered. Doesn't that feel good? Now, I want you to bring a number to mind, a financial number that would represent your next level of income, your expanded container. Not a number that feels safe. It's a number that feels true to you. It could be a couple $1,000s higher than the number that you're making right now. We don't want to go way high because we want to make sure our nervous system stays safe. So think about this number that feels true to you. Your heart might race a little, but it's like, yeah, I could do that. Okay, got the number? So now that you have the number, we're not going to figure out how you're going to do it or problem solve. We just want to be with the number. And we're going to breathe into it and let our body feel what it feels like to have this number, this amount of money. So I'm going to say $10,000 as an example, but you might want 15 or 20. But for this example, we're going to say 10. So we're going to be with $10,000 and we're going to breathe it in. And as you breathe in, you just want to notice how your body feels. Notice if there's any tightening in the chest or a voice that says, oh, that's too much. Who am I to have that? I'm being greedy. Stay with it. Don't force it. Don't try to push it away. We want you to stay with that. Because what we're doing is we're stretching that container a little bit bigger. And so we want you to tell your nervous system, I can hold this number. So repeat, I can hold this number. It is safe for me. I allow myself to make $10,000 this month. It's easy. Breathe into it and feel yourself expand like there's a balloon around you. You're going to blow air into this balloon and let it get a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger. And what you're doing is you're using your mind and your breath to expand your container with your imagination. So imagine that you've already crossed this threshold and the money's already arrived in your bank account. And you look at the number in your bank account and how does your body feel seeing $10,000 in your account? Do you feel excited? Is there warmth in your chest or your stomach? Is it like calm and centered? So we want to anchor that feeling in because this is the new feeling. We're raising our vibration to this new frequency. So breathe into this feeling and tell yourself, oh, this is the best thing ever. I deserve this. I'm willing to have this or something better. And the feeling's not the reward at the end of the journey. The feeling is the signal saying, oh, this is who I am now. I'm expanding and allowing more into my life. And this tells the universe that you're expanding and you're ready and open for more. Now, during the week, you're going to practice this a couple times. But as we all know, our little critter comes up and goes, oh, right? Or your nervous system a kick up. Well, I have a technique for that. We're going to do it. So this is my left hand. So take your left hand and go by your left ear. So you're going to tap around your left ear like this, and you're going to say your goal. I easily make $10,000 a month. I easily make $10,000 a month. I easily make $10,000 a month. You want to say a minimum of 3 times because that's telling your brain new information's coming in. Then you're going to go to the right, your right side, and you're going to state your name. My name is Jolynn. My name is Jolynn. My name is Jolynn. And you're going to do that for 3 times. And what it does is it's going to take your right brain, your left brain, and going to merge them together. So besides doing the breath work, you're working on your brain. So we're working body and brain. So this week, if you want to do this 007, practice this breathing exercise. And I like to like spread it out like a balloon or a bubble. And what you want to do is breathe into the version of you who already has this bigger number. And you want to start embodying it where you can feel it in your body. And then during the day, if something happens, or you say something like, oh, I don't have enough money for that, cancel, cancel, cancel. $10,000 a month is my new income. $10,000 a month is my new income. $10,000 a month is my new income. My name is Jolynn. My name is Jolynn. My name is Jolynn. So that is the end of this training. And I hope you have fun practicing these new techniques. And I will see you in the community.